Hello lovelies, it's Miss Lady Lace here, and today I have for you my next fabulous video, which is a part of my Pinup 101 series. This series breaks down some important and essential parts of pinup, and I'm so excited to share it with you. For today's topic, I'm talking about stage names and pinup personas, and this is actually applicable to both pinup and burlesque, and we're going to be working on how we create names, how we create our personas, and so much more. I hope you find today's video interesting, and hopefully it'll help you along your pinup journey. I regularly host classes and workshops in Perth, and just last weekend I hosted my pinup contest workshop, and we did work on a section developing our pinup characters and pinup names, and I thought it would be lovely to share it here with you on YouTube. As you may have guessed, Miss Lady Lace is not my real name and is in fact my business and performer name, and if you didn't know, my real name is Nicole Nichols. If we take a look back at the Golden Age of Glamour, and even before this, we see many actresses, pinup models, burlesque artists, and other performers going by other names to their real birth name. Creating a stage name creates a larger-than-life character. If we look at icons like Marilyn Monroe, whose real name is Norma Mortenson, and Audrey Hepburn, whose real name is Audrey Kathleen Rutson, we really see those everyday names transformed into something rather bold. Before we work on our own stage names, it's important we develop our characters a little bit more, whether it's for pinup or burlesque. This will really assist in the creation of our own pinup names. If you're someone who's new to pinup, you might be thinking, well, where do you start in creating your own pinup character? I am such a big fan of brainstorming, or if you prefer calling it mind mapping. It'll be so useful for both our pinup persona and our pinup name creation. Firstly, we're going to break down our pinup persona. If you're someone who's newer to performing, or you feel that acting is not your strong suit, I would recommend working within your own personality and taking aspects you love about yourself. What qualities make up who you are, and what do you love about yourself? We're going to start our first brainstorm. We're going to take a piece of paper, or if you prefer using a laptop, you can use that. We're going to put pinup persona in our little clouds, and surrounding this we want to explore who we are. Are you cute, sultry, comical, bubbly, spooky, political, have a message or passion to share, glamorous, or even elegant? What we're beginning to create is the framework for our pinup or burlesque character. I think one of the fabulous things about creating a pinup persona is that you can use this as a device to help develop your personal self. When I originally worked on my pinup characterization, I added things like confident and glamorous because these are things I really wanted to embody. I utilized my pinup character to help develop my own self to become the best version of myself. From our pinup persona brainstorm, we can take bits and pieces and utilize this to create our strong character on stage. Before we jump on stage though, we're going to work on our stage name. It's good to keep your pinup persona brainstorm within sight, as we're going to use this to reference and help aid the creation of our pinup name. Having a stage name can definitely help us feel more fabulous and in character, but if you prefer, you definitely can use your real name, and there are many modern and vintage pinups who have done this too. I think it's good to explore lots of different pinup names, look at pinup names within your local community, research iconic pinups and the different names they've utilized. You can either choose a stage name that suits your pinup persona, or a name that juxtaposes the idea of who you are. We're now going to work on our second brainstorm. We're going to write Pinup Name within the cloud, and we're going to brainstorm some ideas surrounding this. I thought it'd be fabulous to share with you how I created my stage name, and I did it exactly how I'm explaining and teaching you today. I was actually 14 when I made mine, and before I was actively performing, I was using it as my username log-on for lots of different websites. I did all my brainstorming, and I highlighted two things that really stood out. I chose lady because it just sounded so classy and elegant, and I added lace because I truly love the fabric of lace. Once I started burlesque for a few months, I did change it to Lady Laced, as I really loved laced up corsets, but I had someone question me if laced was a drug reference, so I changed it back to my original plan, and that's all she wrote. Now we'll work on your brainstorm. In the surrounding area of this brainstorm, you can add things like vintage names you particularly like, any interests you have. You could take family names like your grandmother's name, your mum's middle name, or something else to pay tribute to them. Nicknames, hobbies, passions, and anything else your heart desires. With both your brainstorms, particularly looking at our Pinup Name brainstorm, we can start to highlight names that stand out to us and try different combinations of these names until you find something that you really love. When we create our Pinup name, there are a few things we do want to consider, and these include how common this Pinup name could be. There are quite a few Ditas, Bettys, and Kitties. While there's nothing wrong with those names, and I do think they're truly fabulous, it may be worth finding something more unique to help you stand out. You want to think of your Pinup name as your brand. Even if Pinup is something you're not looking to be too serious about, things could change in the future, so it's good to have strong branding from the get-go. Within our branding, it's good to find a name that both suits you and is also available on social media, and also so you can create a website. It might even be worth checking hashtags. If that name has a lot of other hashtags, it means you won't stand out in social media searches. You really want your name and your brand to represent you, and you want it to summarize who you are as a pinup. Finally, you'll want to ensure that your name isn't already taken. The easiest thing to do is do a few quick Google searches, check all social media, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And if the name is looking unique, I would highly recommend using the Pinup Registry. This is a fabulous pinup website where you can find resources and also check the availability of the name, as you can register your name and then that protects it a little bit for you. The Pinup Registry is run by pinups for pinups. It has a Facebook group for lots of fun conversations, a blog featuring so many amazing pinups, lots of resources, as well as so much more. Hopefully today's video assists you in creating your own pinup persona or pinup name. If you're someone who already has their own pinup name, pinup persona, I would love to know in the comments below how you created your name and if it has any special meaning. I have so many exciting ideas for my Pinup 101 series, breaking down some important elements of being a pinup and different pinup things. If there's something you'd like to see created in this genre, I would love to hear your suggestions below, as well as anything else you'd love to see on my YouTube channel. In the last few months, my channel has been growing so much, and I just want to say thank you so much to everyone on here. Your friendship and support truly means the world to me. If you'd like to stay up to date with my daily pinup adventures, I post super regularly to Instagram because I'm completely addicted. I'll pop a little link here as well as at the end of the video. And to never miss out on one of these glamorous vintage videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon.